Hey Mark, how you doing?
Good, Steve. How are you?
Hey Mark, how you doing?
I'm great.
Hey Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Hey Mark, how you doing? 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 That was my life for about 40 years or so.
Really?
If you don't know what that is, man, that's obsessive compulsive disorder. Now, I'm not talking about, you got to go back and check and make sure that the stove is turned off or the door. I'm talking about like being stuck under your bed, for 4 hours, saying something over and over again while horrific images are going in your head, and you have to counter each one of those things that goes in your head with something positive. So,
OCD kicked in for you at what age?
I was, the first OCD attack that I actually had, I was 5 years old, and I met somebody. There was somebody that their house had caught on fire. Okay, and we were talking about it. My mom, and my brothers and sister, and it scared me. And before I went to bed, I kept saying to my mother, "Is our house going to catch on fire?" I was worried about it. And then before I went to sleep, it's over and over again. I said, "Our house isn't catch on fire. Our house isn't catch on fire. Our house isn't catch on fire. Our house isn't catch on fire." Over and over again. Then I just fell asleep. And I always thought that this is something stupid, ridiculous. I'll stop doing this in a couple of years. I'll stop, and it didn't stop. It kept getting worse. Well, anyway, I went through like I had and it started to affect my life more. Like I would miss out on things. Like if you got out of bed in the morning, the first thing when your foot touched the floor, you had to have the right thought. Okay, if you didn't, you'd have to get back in bed, touch the floor again, and start over. And again, it was always in that same sequence. It was never just once. It was always in that same sequence of 1, 2, 1, 2 to 4. You had to avoid the number 3 and stay in that zone. And there was different things. Like there were times where there was a thing for a while where I was always like spitting, because it felt like there was something like a contaminant or something in my mouth. I had to like keep spitting it out. I would walk and have to touch the floor again, all those kind of things. Now, I've been told from books I've read that basically when you have OCD, basically like say you go to pick something up, okay, your serotonin moves this way, you pick it up. After you've picked it up, completed the task, the serotonin moves back that way. Task completed, you're done. With OCD, the serotonin doesn't move back, it stays there. So you're compelled to do it over and over again. Now that, I've read up on that. Now, as far as the horrific thoughts that are coming in there with that, I don't know where those come from. But anyway, I guess this would be a positive effect. Okay, for the last 40 years, every fucking day, I eat 2 apples, 2 oranges, a banana, cucumber, carrot, tomato. Every day. Once a week, I buy them, I wash them all off, really good, dry them with a paper towel, even wash the skins, and everything, even the ones with the skins on, and put them in a plastic bag, sealed up with a twisty, nice and, safe and contamination free, and every day I eat one of those and 2 cans of tuna. Every fucking day. Back then, nobody knew what OCD was. Like somebody gets OCD now, they know. Nobody knew what OCD was then. It wasn't until the 80s that they fucking, and you thought you're the only person in the whole world that did this shit. Nobody else, you did it, it was all you. So you're like fucking on your own, man. There was no help whatsoever. See what I mean? People wouldn't see that. Anyway, I have nowhere to go. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my fucking life. I'm completely fucked. So what do? I joined the Navy. I had nowhere else to go. What else was I gonna do, And let me tell you something. I got to boot camp. I loved it. The one thing I didn't like about it was too damn easy. I got out of boot camp. I was in the worst shape of my life because it was so easy. I excelled. Okay, the OCD wasn't really around much. I won the push-up contest. I think 79 push-ups or something. I was an athletic petty officer, and it was fucking great in the Navy because now everything had to be an exact way. There was no questioning it. Putting my shoes away was always a nightmare. Do they go this way? Where do the laces go? It was always a problem. Do they go this way? Do that? It's been hours doing that. Not in the Navy. The shoes go exactly like this. The laces go in the shoe. The bed gets folded exactly like this. Perfect line. Everything had to be straight. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh my God, I felt fucking relieved. I was like, yes, finally, these questions don't have to be answered. I don't have to worry about, am I doing the bed right? Am I fucking putting my clothes on right? No, this shirt had to be exact. This had to be exact. It was fucking great. As I started seeing a psychiatrist, she got me on the proper medication. And since that time, it was like 7 years ago, I am now completely, I'm not completely, totally, but I'm totally as sane as I've ever been. I've got it back. I'm moving forward. I'm opening the largest clown museum in the world. And, I just go forward from here. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know, man. I could wake up one day and the meds don't work and I'm fucked. I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen.
Your life is better now than it's ever been?
Finally, for the first time in my life, I can actually be myself.
Step. Lock on front door, lock on back door, bath tap, sink tap, gas cooker, TV plug, video plug, record player, radio, bedroom lights. Someone might try to get through.